Yeah, you do your shit. You
I'm
greasy
gonna
scumbag.
listen to you guys while listening to Crane Wives. All I want to do is just I wanna watch this.
Well, I guess my pilot will be Nigel. Trait 1 is chance to gain a small burst of energy when fatigue drops to 0, but not having flowing in some time. Throttle and flat manipulation is slower. I can work with that. Francie is a sharp dresser in awe-inspiring fashion. Increased bar sales when bartending. Afraid of the dark, refuses to swap into the pilot seat after down.
Dawn.
Or dawn. Oh yeah. Difficulty settings affects the following: combat, economy, fame rewards, and pilot's fatigue rate. I'm gonna do a tutorial. We'll see if this is like arrow keys or if this is WSAT or something.
Do you have a controller?
It wasn't wanting to work. We'll see if I can see if it does. Remember, there's only the demo.
Okay. Welcome to the city of LA, one of the few remaining communities of its kind that still shines bright with opportunity.
No, it doesn't. Not a bad place to start a brewing enterprise. Do you think the locals won't mind us setting up shop here?
That awful tasting pirate brand brew lines the shelves of many bars and markets in the area. If we can produce some quality brews people actually like, I'm sure we'll sway some minds and gather support. Those pirate goons might not be too happy about it, but it's entirely possible with our new brewery and this seaplane we got. That we probably stole from the pirates. The winter ripped off.
I just wish we had enough money left over from the renovations to buy a better seaplane. The salesman must have swindled us.
Now we understand why it's discounted.
How about that? She floats. And now before you head off, just a reminder to keep your speeds low when entering or exiting any harbors. Harbors often have plenty of boats and obstacles that can cause some real harm to you and your plane if you're not careful. So keep your throttle low and you'll do just fine.
I'm more concerned about the illuminated rust hole shining up through the floor.
Rust? Think of it as weight reduction. Anyhow, remember what I said. Oh, and try not to fly too high. That engine has carburetor issues. Later!
Well, let's see what this thing can do. I'll give you a quick refresher on the plane controls and instruments.
That would be fantabulous. Let's start.
This is our fuel gauge. Fortunately, we have a fuel tank, and it should last us a while. But should we ever start to run low, I, as a co-pilot, will give you warnings. This bar represents the plane's cargo capacity. Currently, we aren't carrying anything. A word of warning, a heavily loaded plane will become far more sluggish in handling and speed, so assess if the extra weight is worth the risk. Highlighted here is our compass, altitude indicator, speed, and altitude display. This is the engine throttle. Hold the throttle input to gradually raise or lower the plane's speed. The throttle amount will remain fixed at that location when released. Just remember to lower your throttle when you want to slow down or stop. The red portion of the throttle bar represents sustained engine damage. Damage will limit engine performance. Below that is the plane health bar. From the looks of it, our plane currently sits at 40% health with reduced engine performance.
Excellent.
Next to the throttle bar is the propeller pitch toggle. Simply put, you can invert your propeller angle and make the plane traverse either forwards or reverse. I guess we're in a helicopter now. You would only want to use this if the plane gets snagged or stuck. Oh, so what do you mean snagged or stuck? And finally, steering the plane. Simply point the reticle in the direction you want to go, and I'm sure your flying intuition will take over. Kind of like War Thunder.
It's coming back to me now. I recall that engines required the ignition button, held for several seconds to spin up. With all that said, let's get this thing fired up.
Right. Hold the ignition button to start up the plane and apply some throttle. And follow the ring markers. They will lead us to the brewery. This is a glorified boat. And
Am I
I
starting?
believe we poisoned half the city. Yeah, we are.
You know, I'm slightly concerned considering we don't have elevators or really wings.
40%, I think, was quite generous in my estimate.
Yeah. Oh lord. It's like driving my tractor. It puts, it splutters, it groans, it creaks, it wants to die.
I don't think the water's going to stay that clear once we're through. Oh my god, there's people off to the side.
Dude, that animation's really smooth too.
Oh, this
Look
might be
at
actually
it.
a good game. Yeah.
So this is being released, I think they said sometime this year, probably towards the end of this year. I will buy this. This is
If you're
fun.
going to stream for me, I'm going to keep voicing all your co-pilots.
You have to, because you can change different pilots and co-pilots, we'll have to adjust our
Accents.
voices as needed, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Or we can have Cal. I'm pretty sure she's a good female voice.
Yeah, Cal, how do you
Huh?
feel about being a Francie?
Sure, why not?
How?
You know,
No, and
I've been to a couple bars, but never have I been to a bar with a hangar built in. Although
that's what makes
cool.
us unique. We're here, the brewery, our new base of operations.
All 3 floors? Hey, that's not bad.
Yep, it may look a little rundown right now, but it's just a matter of time before we turn this place into a grand establishment. We're very far and wide across the islands and push the strong-arm Pirates Brewery monopoly out. Someone decided not to use punctuation. The second floor contains the actual brewery. Above that, on the top floor, sits a dilapidated floor that we will eventually convert into a local bar. Lastly, our plane hangar that resides at the bottom.
No shit, Sherlock.
See this golden square? This indicates a dockable location. This particular one will take us directly into our hangar, with use of tugboats.
Hoot hoot.
You
Throw a
should
rope
always
ashore,
reduce your...
hope it works.
Yeah. Or like a rowboat. You should always reduce your speed when maneuvering the plane into a dockable location. If you don't, you run the risk of overshooting and possibly crashing into our own hangar.
Well, it's okay. I can reverse my engine. Got it. In order to dock with the gold square, the plane cannot be moving too fast. Now that we're here, let's get this plane inside and fix it up. Yes, please. Give it some fucking wings and some elevators.
Welcome to the hangar. Let's jump right into the basics. From here, you can craft new planes, load or modify an existing one, and purchase new blueprints from the parts catalog. A plane will always need a pilot and a co-pilot, of which you can assign in the roster tab. You can also assign brewery and bar related jobs to any idle pilots. Before we go any further, let's get this plane fixed up. In order to modify the plane, we must fix up the structural damage. Or lack of structure.
Yeah, no shit.
You can do so by opening the repair tab located on the plane information panel. Once open, move the slider all the way to the right to repair all damage and accept the purchase. Oh crap, we are using wood to fix this up. Great, now that structural damage is repaired, we can construct some new wings. Start by opening the Modify tab.
Cadet wings. Stable and light wing gives greater lift and tighter turns. A greater drag reduces top speed. There we go, new set of wings. Seems ready to go airborne, right?
Yep, in fact, I have a small delivery errand destined to a local bar on the other side of town. I had planned to deliver it by ferry taxi, but it sure takes no time at all with our plane.
English good.
English good. We're going to exchange a few bottles of old cider I have on hand for a valuable piece of plane equipment. Hold on. Let's start by moving all the bottles of cider from the brewery inventory into the plane inventory.
Cider, huh? I'll drink to that. The cider's now loaded in the plane's cargo space. I'd like to know where that's at. Looks like we're all set.
Right, let's head out. You can undock the exit menu shown here.
Send me outside into the open world.
Oil, flaps, rudder. Controls look good. Ready for the maiden flight?
You betcha. You can see we now have a delivery contract.
The bar is located within eye range, just on the opposing side of the city. The Rustinio. Okay. Take note of the gold docking square and small pier. Pilots should always plan their dock entry and exit ahead of time. So please, take notes and don't crash our first plane into the dock. You will want to avoid approaching the pier head on. You will almost certainly crash if you're traveling too fast. Instead, you should always approach a pier from a perpendicular angle. This method presents the safest way to dock at a pier and also make for an easy exit, in case we are chased by pirates. To help you approach the correct angle, I place a series of rings from Sonic. When you're ready, just follow the rings and they will safely guide us to the delivery point. Take note of the ring color as you approach them. Their color would indicate the ideal throttle percentage for the smoothest commute. Yellow is 100% throttle, red is 30% throttle, and 0 just before the goal. So there's only 2 colors. Pick and choose.
Yeah.
As the co-pilot, I'll remind you of appropriate throttle power mid-flight. Let's start up the plane, throttle up to full power, and get to it. You lazy bum.
Yeah,
Okay.
righto.
Oh, we're
Alright,
good?
it's working on my phone much better for some
So,
fucking reason.
Alright, it's probably because of data.
The what?
Data.
We got life.
Mobile data.
Hmm.
Ooh, the music's getting epic.
Why does this remind me of Nintendo planes or something dumb like that?
I think it's the art style.
Oh,
Back off. Oh, turkey.
there you go. Reduce your speeds. Slowly enter the ring.
Doing 15 bloody knots. Is that not slow enough?
Okay.
Slowly. We mustn't break any of this precious cider.
There. That didn't take long at all. See this animated symbol? This means we're in a dockable location. When the dock input is pressed, it will bring up the dock menu. The docking menu comes with several options, such as vesting or managing your delivery contracts for now. Let's take the first option and enter it.
Good.
Some bar. A little bit of a dive in it. What self-respecting person would drink in such a place? Sure, the bar we build is way bad.
Shh. The bar owner is coming this way.
Hey, a couple new faces. Take a seat, whatever you wish.
Hi! We're not here to drink. We overheard your establishment was low on stock, and you're willing to exchange for some old plane equipment for more.
News spreads quickly. Is that cider? Great, you have a deal. The patrons are getting a bit rowdy when all I have left is awful pirate brand brew. The plane equipment, be careful with it. Hydro aviation can be pretty dangerous in the hands of a novice.
Well, I happen to be a rusty professional. Wait, what? You're toying with hydropropulsion? You've got to be kidding me! Some of the toughest pilots out there have trouble enduring such speeds.
It's not just hydro propulsion, it's hydro projectiles too. But relax, I'm sure we'll be fine in your capable hands. Besides, this particular equipment is older, less effective model. Plus, we'll need an edge to take on those pirates. I can't fucking read.
I can see you two have some grand plans on the horizon. That and your unsightly plane parked outside. Come, I'll help you rig up the equipment.
Great. Great.
One more adjustment here, and done. You're now set up to boost through the sky with a torrent of high pressure water blasting behind you. You're also able to shoot water projectiles in front of you now, because this is a kid friendly game, we can't have bullets.
Apparently so.
Oh jeez, I lost track of time. I gotta get back to my bar. One last thing, I may have some more contracts for you if you're able to acquire more cider or any other half-decent brews. I'll pay a fair price. Gotta run, take care. We
Well, that's
don't care.
fortunate. We
We're
may
English
have a
now.
very first brew client. We should take him up on his offer and sell him, and see what we can craft.
Agreed. There are ingredients scattered throughout the world that we could collect and craft into all sorts of unique brews. Though, first things first, we should discover the basics of plain up. I can't read that last word because it's so
Abilities.
blurry. Abilities above the compress in the plane's ability box. It displays the current equipment ability and the water meter. Plane abilities consume water from this meter when activated. Let's start by feeling out the water's boosting ability. It's great for hopping island to island at rapid speed or gaining high altitude quickly.
Now that we have water in the tank, let's try boosting high into the sky. Let's start by following these reins and get into position. Once we're in position, I will give you the signal to hold down the boost ability and don't let go. I don't know why I went back to a Scottish.
Don't let
Also-
go!
Blue,
For God's
Blue, would
sake,
you-
don't let go!
Blue,
Yeah?
read it for me as her for now, because I'm not functioning as a human being. But every time you speak as her, please do a British accent.
I'll try my best. I gotta listen to more British people.
What's wrong with the Brits?
Well, I need to, like, nail down their accents, because it's either gonna drive off back into Scottish or some
Offend
weird
someone.
Cockney accent. Yeah.
We're just gonna go Irish and go hoity-toity-toe.
Boost now! Hold down boost and don't let go.
Don't let go, for God's sake!
I love how, like, her hair, like, wobbles. And so
Yeah,
is
their
Nigel's.
hair animates in their little profile icons.
Also, I don't think this is how physics works, does it?
It's like the dude on the bicycle with the fire extinguisher.
I don't think this works.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Is that our engine? Check it out. We have check it out. We have a view of the whole island. These very small clusters of apple trees all around. We can try collecting those for brews.
Shoot the apple trees with your water projectiles to knock the fruit off, and swoop in to collect them. If a tree runs out of apples, move to another depleted tree. Will go back after several days of elapse. Head back down to lower altitude when you're ready and test out the water projectiles.
I have a squirt gun. I have a plane with a fire extinguisher and a squirt gun.
Bro, you're playing Super Mario
I
Sunshine from the air.
I am. Sounds like a plan. Let's not forget to refill the water tank when necessary and stay within the range of the island. Let's go collect 100 apples. In particular. What the fuck
Not
is that
one,
thing?
not two, not three, 100.
I don't like the engine sounds. I think the salesman sold us a lemon. Hey Sim, I think you might need to use boost to save yourself. Oh, like, don't waste it all.
What is in it?
It's just like, to not stall out, just use the boost.
Maybe I just have to keep it under, 1,000 meters.
God damn it, it's loading for me. Blue, when her lines come up, read.
I will.
Apples!
We're doing a quest for Holo, apparently.
Yeah, how do we shoot?
Other... Look thing? I know. Try all the keys.
Oh, I have to scroll. Right.
Well, that makes sense. You're grabbing it from the water tank.
I have a little flag like a World War One plane. Meow. Oh, if you press C, you can look around.
What's A and D do, rudder?
A and D is roll. Q and E is rudder.
Yeah. No, that's easy. Back home in one piece, cargo full of apples. Things are looking good. Let's head up to the second floor brewery. You can access it from the exit menu.
Brewery.
Brewery. The brewery.
You managed to fit a fully functional brewery on a single floor.
Impressive, right? We can take those apples we just collected and turn them into a brew in no time at all. The first thing we need to do is move the apples from the plain inventory into the brewery inventory. You can open the inventory tab to make the transfer.
Righto. That back in the brewery. Whole lot.
Great. Now that apples are available to be processed, we can briefly walk through the brewery menus.
Oh, yeah.
Highlighted at the top of the brewing options is the addition to crafting new brews. You can also look up recipes, manage your backlog, upgrade your brewery, and
Catalog.
manage any... Nah, it's a backlog now. Upgrade the brewery and manage any delivery contracts. Let's start by opening the Create menu. The large metal pot is where we blend all of our ingredients together. Salmonella be damned. Highlighted is the brewery pot interface. It's used to measure percentage ratios of ingredients dispensed into the blending pot. It's important to note that only top 3 ingredients in the pot of the sufficient quantity will count towards your brew outcome. Everything else is apparently not important. We don't wash the pot often, so don't go throwing into a whole slew of different ingredients in. It won't do you much good. Beneath the ingredient percentage show the value of your dispensed ingredients, and below that is the alcohol by volume percentage. As you dispense ingredients, the maximum alcohol potential will go up. Most likely you're going to be doing Everclear, made out of apples.
Woo!
Sometimes it's
I
important
said hard cider, goddammit.
Sometimes it's important to pay attention to the max alcohol potential. Some clients prefer a hard drink with a very high alcoholic percentage. In this situation, you may need to carefully dispense the correct ingredients to reach a high enough alcohol potential in order to satisfy them, or yourself for this matter. Here's the reset button. It's useful if you dispense the wrong ingredient or your pot contents don't reach a desired alcohol potential. Now the fun part. This is the ingredient wheel. It allows you to cycle through all the ingredients that you have placed in the brewery inventory. You can use the dispense button just below it to drop all 100 apples into the pot. Let's do that now.
So we are making cider.
Yep.
Yep, I saw one go out. One fucked off.
That should be saying 99.
For real. Yep,
Oh,
98.
there goes another one. The ingredients will blend once a total of 100 units are dispensed. Next, we'll add yeast to the mixture, which will convert into alcohol. Pay attention to the rise in alcohol percentage while adding yeast. You can add yeast by holding down and release the scoop button. The longer the hold, the more yeast will be scooped. The process of adding yeast will stop if you hit the end button or if the alcohol content of your pot reaches its max potential. All the way, baby. I just
Yeet!
love it. It's like a shovel just yeets in it.
Yeet.
Bonk. The least effective way to do it.
Dude, I think when they actually do brew shit, I think they use stainless steel shovels.
And we got this broken
Hygienic.
shovel instead.
Finna fucking yeet? Bingo. Ooh.
Next, we'll process the mixture. We can ferment, which will provide a higher yield of drinks with a low value in alcohol percentage, or we can ferment and distill, which will produce lower yield with a higher value product in alcohol percentage.
Oh, what do I do? Higher yield or higher value?
Higher value. We can always grab more apples, or steal it from the farms, technically.
That's very true.
Take the note that each method will produce a different type of brew. In this case, our apple mixture can either become cider or brandy, depending on which method is taken. Let's choose fermenting and let the brew-o-matic work its magic.
Oh, that's kind of cool animation. Mead, wine, beer, cider. Mead, wine, beer, cider.
Presto, our mixture has now been turned into cider in just a matter of moments. This particular brew turned out a little basic. As a result, its value is low. Though, no worries, next time we can try crafting a brew with multiple ingredients to produce a better product. We can now choose to discard the brew or proceed to bottle it. Select the bottle. Select the bottle to continue. Apparently this is a battle now. We can start to customize our product to our liking. We can change the bottle appearance, rename the product to anything we'd like. When you're happy with the design, you can press the finish button. So you want some apple cider moonshine or something? How fancy are you going here, Seam?
Let's do a screw.
Just a full-on jug.
Call Johnny Depp because we have massive kegs of beer or
Yeah.
cider.
Ooh, there's some good designs here.
Or
Not that one. I was going to say like the boat one. Yeah, that one.
smooth and good taste. I do like that.
Smirnoff.
Well, that makes me think of like Dr. McGillicuddy's. Not sponsored.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that's cool.
That's a Van Halen thing. That's the Van Halen album cover.
Really?
Looks a lot like it. Let's do the boat one. Why not?
Heck yeah. Our new cider brew will now appear under my products menu. This menu is used to produce more units of any branded brews you're ready crafted. Should a client request a branded brew that's out of stock, you can
Oh,
open
we
this
forgot to
menu to
rename
produce
it.
more. Just cider. You can open this menu to produce more if you have sufficient ingredients. There's one less step. Seeing as we have no client contracts requesting cider, we can stock the cider at our own bar, though first we must set up our bar. Let's head up to the top floor by accessing the exit menu.
Unnamed
bar. This is it. There used to be a bunch of old antiques collecting dust up here. It may not look like much, and the floors creak terribly, but with some work, we can turn this place into a cozy bar.
One that's stocked full with our own brewed products. That would be great.
We'll have to start with basic tarnished floor plan for the time being. With enough funds, the bar can be renewed and polished. In doing so, it will gather our bar more fame. This is the fame meter. Apparently, we can measure that. It will rise as we improve our bar and sell high-quality brews. With more fame comes more sales. It won't be easy, but our goal is to create a renowned top-tier bar, known far and wide.
In that case, we should style our bar accordingly to the types of brew we plan to sell. A bar patron that prefers cider might enjoy a classical bar theme, whereas a wine drinker might prefer a more elegant theme.
We're not
Is it
doing elegant.
gastropod? Heck no.
I think we should keep it, a cozy pub. I think we should do pub.
Alright. Sure, with all the chairs and antiques I found up here, it shouldn't take much for us to try out several bar themes. We can find a theme that best suits our brews. Let's start by choosing a theme for our bar. You can do so by opening the design panel.
Vodka
and cider.
Beer and vodka.
Don't forget to name it.
Art Deco, I do like that, but that's not what we're going to do. Wine and brandy. Vodka and cider.
It's just with the classic rum and brandy is going to be a bit off, but okay.
Next thing, let's think of a good name for the
Next up-
bar. Something that communicates the sophisticated and tasteful style of our brand.
Broken keg.
I do like the broken
There
prop
we
though
go.
too, as we are a distributor using aircraft. We could also now this is more railroad
broken wind?
themed. No, cause that's just a fart. Quick, you have AI. Go ask Chat GPT
Hold on, give me a sec.
for a plane themed pub name.
Winds and Taps. There's Tailwind Tavern, Altitude, the Airliner, Runway Pub, Takeoff Tap Room,
What about that?
Runway 19. Funny, but we don't use runways, we use waterways. The Mile High Pub,
Eh.
Winds Over. That would be nice if like we had a crab shack right next to us.
Dude, a crab shack or like a diner. You can
Mhm.
dive.
Heck yeah. The Luggage Lounge.
I do like
Airplane Ale House number 12.
ooh, I can modify that. Hold on.
The Terminal Tap. There's Flight Path like you wanted.
Is
The Flight Attendant.
Ale House one word or two?
It says it's 1.
I think that's my favorite right now. Is the Airport Ale House.
Winds and Beer. That would have been great if we had chicken wings.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
Fuel and Fire. I think that's foreshadow. The Drop Tankard. That's good. The Sky Harbor. Drop Tank Rummies. Okay, that's good. But that will only... Well, we have to be good with rum. And currently our theme is bad with rum. The Aviators Ale House. The Skydive. Jericho's. What Jericho?
Like a Jericho siren.
Jericho's Whale.
What about? It's not bad, is it?
That's not bad. Suka Saloon.
It rolls off the tongue. I like that.
Uh-huh. Messerschmitt Misery.
No, that doesn't. That's too long. And please, for the love of God, don't make me spell Messerschmitt.
I like it. Now, if only could like clean up the floors a bit more, and we'll be perfect.
Yeah, I know, right? Alright, if anybody watches this video, put down in the comments names of aviation-related bars or pubs or places to go get a beer.
The Bomber Bar. Suka
Fortunately,
Saloon.
we can always
Interesting.
change it later.
Anyway, moving on.
Just in case people think it sucks.
You can also upgrade your theme and adjust the visuals of your bar from these menus. You'll want to be sure to upgrade your theme when you have enough money. And this not only cleans up the bar, but also grants extra fame.
So we can clean it up.
Finally. Now with the bar theme just all set up, we'll want to move our setter into the bar so it can be slowly sold over time. Open the inventory and make the transfer. Holy crap, is this just menu simulator? With a like plain mini game?
Right?
You're sure to keep the bar stocked with brews that suit our chosen theme. In doing so, you will help keep our patrons happy. We should also get in the habit of visiting our bar periodically. Not only can we review our sales history here, but also gossip with the locals. They might provide valuable feedback on our bar or brews.
There's no doubt some interesting locals and travelers will stop by. Maybe even some pilots we can convince to join and help topple those pirate jerks.
I bet you're right. It looks like we're all set and ready to finally start this. The rest is up to us. Let's get out there and explore, make connections, collect ingredients, and grow our brewing enterprise.
Tutorial finished. New game begins. You're now able to customize your bar appearances to your liking. Just floor plans, color surfaces, seating, lighting, and more. You're now able to choose between fermenting and distilling methods when brewing. You're also able to produce other forms of brew such as whiskey, beer, wine, vodka, brandy, and rum. Ooh, We do some whiskey.
Whiskey in the jar.
You're now able to customize the look of the plane by swapping parts and adjusting colors. Additional part blueprints and paints can be purchased from the hangar catalog. You're also now able to explore beyond the main island in search of new ingredients, recipes, contracts, blueprints, and much more.
Oh, you know what would have been awesome?
What?
The Spitfire Saloon.
Oh, that would have been a good one.
It looks like we have our first customer already. My, they sure look lost. I suppose the word gets around fast at these sleepy places. Do you want me to show you how to talk to visitors nearby? You antisocial jerk?
Yes, please?
Great, it's very easy. Just choose the gossip button and then click on the patron you wish to talk to. Hello and welcome to the grand open of the Suka Saloon, name so pendant. I'm Francie, the proprietor. Can I offer you a drink?
I'm Inspector Ruslana, Chief of Police and Broad Standards Inspector for the City of Valet. I approved your permit application, so I'm here to make sure everything is in order as you open for business.
Well then, it's on the house for such a valued member of law enforcement community.
I shouldn't really send him on duty, but I suppose just this once.
Just like that, corruption grows.
Thank you. Let's see how it tastes.
This is shit!
Bland and tasteless. I don't think you'll stay in business long if you keep serving drinks like this.
Oh no, how can I make less boring drinks?
Your drinks will be more interesting if you add different ingredients, but be careful to get the proportions right, or it'll just come out like sludge.
We're new in town.
It's quite and out of the way. Though, during the Civil War, it was one of the last demographic strongholds, so there was a lot of fighting. You might still find some sunken wrecks and water dating back to that time. The area around town is very peaceful, but as you go towards the outer islands, there can be some rough elements. We just simply don't have enough law enforcement resources to keep an eye on everything. In fact, there are reports of suspicious activity in the Valdistok Islands to the east, so be careful if you go there.
What do you know
Only
about
one
the Pirate
drink.
Brewing Company?
That outfit is causing me problems. They pose as a legitimate brewing company, but they've been using strong arm tactics and intimidation to coerce the local bars to stock their products. Which are garbage, by the way! I've managed to keep things in check around here, but in the outer islands, I've heard that they have an absolute monopoly. So be warned if you will compete with them. You'll need to be prepared for a fight.
A law enforcement officer is telling me that I can go kill and commit crimes, basically.
Well, that's quite rude of you.
That's about it. Oh, look at that art style. That's so good.
Now all the technical information is out of the way, we're free to do whatever we want. We can explore, collect ingredients, make new brews. We're nearly broke, so one thing we should do is visit the local bars and see if they will buy any of our brews. The more bars we can deliver to, the more money we can make.
Well, we need to go get ingredients then. The dog and
We could
shovel.
start with the dog and shovel and ignore you completely. It's just around the corner from here. The proprietor is Old Man McGee. My dad said he knew him a long time ago. Apparently his bark is worse than his bite. Whatever that means. I'll put down a marker at the location. I'll mark it on your map.
Do we go and visit, or do we go get something? Do we go make something to sell?
I'd say let's go make something to sell first.
Yeah, I agree.
Because no one's going to be buying cider because it's bland and tasteless.
What do we got here?
Gimme.
Grapes?
Grapes.
How the heck are there grape trees now? What is this world?
Apparently so.
Sunken wreck spotted.
Oh.
A drunkard gets in a plane and starts making other drinks.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, do not operate any vehicles under the influence of alcohol. That's my
This message
PSA.
was sponsored by the police department.
Really wasn't.
Never mind the fact that we just offered a police officer a drink. We're going to ignore that little tidbit.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore it.
Just imagine, we go into dogfights, and the pirates instantly know that's us because we're shooting water at them.
Yeah, I know. Bringing a squirt gun to a gunfight.
Nice landing.
I guess. Oh, god damn.
Oh, that is a big ship.
Yeah, no shite.
Holy shamoly.
Check it out, a salvage wreck lays below. There's many alike all over the world. We can try to use the hook on our anchor and retrieve items. With this handy dandy view we got here. Use W and S to move the hook back and forth. Use A and D to move it left and right. And left shift and left control to move the hook up and down.
It's like someone's screaming underwater.
Come here, you bastard. This gotta have parts in it, won't it? Dark apple cider. Ooh.
It's a recipe.
What speed does this take off at? 55 knots. Impressive. Do you remember that old April Fool's Day event with the really cel-shaded planes in War Thunder?
I think it's called Tailwinds or Tailspin.
Yeah, this gives me that vibes.
Well, it is a cartoon.
Come on, Daddy
Well-
needs a new engine! Or more money. Where the
If only
fucking
clock
thing?
beams were this easy. So here's a question. It's a very dumb question. But let's say you're out in the middle of the ocean and your fuel runs out. What does the game do then?
I think you do have a rescue option. Or a help
Okay.
or request help option. Dude, I wonder if there's a multiplayer version of this planned where you guys can not only fly together, but you guys can run like joint like specials almost.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Or you can buy and sell ingredients maybe or something, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Have a whole like money laundering scheme with like 2 or 3 different businesses.
No, we're not gonna launder money, we're not the pirates.
We're not bad people.
I mean,
Exactly.
you have to fight fire with fire. Come on now.
That's not how that works. Let's go get some honey. Some more grapes and shite.
Oh, what was it called? Assisted takeout? Vertical assisted takeout? There it is.
Yeah, VTOL.
And landing, that's what
Take off, you bitch! Fuck's sake.
she can't take much more of this, Skipper.
Oh! What the fuck happened there?
What do you mean it's just a scratch?
Why did it take off?
I think this is part of the tutorial.
Oh, what a
This is broken,
bitch.
man.